Hi, and welcome to my channel where I make dishes inspired by some of my favorite video game characters. Today's dish is inspired by Fauna from the Animal Crossing series, and we are making a brown butter gingerbread and cranberry cobbler. Fauna is such an unbelievably sweet, gentle, and kind character, and I knew I needed to make an equally sweet dessert for my favorite Animal Crossing villager. She gives off such warmth and comfort, which is something we need, especially in the winter months, and since she is a deer, she reminds me a lot of the holidays. It felt so fitting to make this inviting and cozy cobbler for our little dearie herself, and I have no doubts that she'd enjoy every last bite. We'll start the sugared cranberries first. We'll pour some cranberries into a heat-safe bowl, then set aside and make our way over to the stovetop. We'll fill a small saucepan with water and granulated sugar and whisk and heat on medium heat until the sugar dissolves and the liquid starts to simmer. At this point, we can remove it from the heat and cool for 5 minutes. After 5 minutes, we'll pour the syrup into the cranberry bowl, stir, and cover with plastic wrap. The cranberries will rest for 15 minutes, and then we'll transfer them onto a baking sheet with parchment paper and dry them out, uncovered, for 1 hour. Once an hour has passed, we'll toss the cranberries with some sugar and spread back onto our baking sheet to dry, uncovered, for another hour. And now's where we can switch gears to the gingerbread cobbler. Start preheating your oven to 375 degrees Fahrenheit and butter a 9x13 baking dish. We can then grab a medium bowl and whisk together flour, baking powder, salt, ginger, cinnamon, nutmeg, and cloves until well incorporated and smelling heavenly. We'll head back to the stovetop and brown some salted butter in a saucepan on medium-high heat for about 5 minutes. We'll then add it immediately to an empty large bowl and whisk in milk, dark brown sugar, and molasses until everything is combined. It's time to add in the flour mixture and stir until just combined, then pour the batter into our prepared baking dish. We'll toss some chopped pecans with some brown sugar before sprinkling on top of the batter, and then carefully, we'll pour some boiling water evenly over the top. We're now able to slide the dish into the oven to bake for about 35 minutes until the cobbler is just set and golden brown. You can then remove it from the oven and allow it to cool just slightly. When you're ready to dig in, add some cobbler into a bowl, top with a scoop of ice cream, and then finish off with your sugared cranberries in the rich sauce formed at the bottom of the dish. With that, you're ready to dig in. The full recipe can be found below. Feel free to like if you want a bite, follow for more geeky treats, and comment what foods Fauna reminds you of. Thanks for following along.